Hey, Mercedes girl. How you doing? It is 6 o'clock where you're at right now. Maybe I'm on your time. I just got out the shower and did all my stuff. I even had my little lemon ginger tea. But I still feel like it's just starting. But my house can get sort of loud on the weekends. So I wanted to wake up and get this done early. Bear with me, right? I still got on my sleep dress. Girl. I have been hopping back into this sleep dress as soon as I get done going out, recording sessions, anything, for like the last 2 weeks. I think that's probably coinciding with why mentorship is stopping for the summer. I need 90 days to revamp me, but I'm really excited about the things I know I can do with me. You know what I mean? You're one of my best mentorship clients, by the way. There are lots of things that I can say, but not everybody like follows. They have to do it in their own time. With me, I'm gonna listen to me. And when confirmation, right? When I don't listen to me, I can kick my own ass. With everybody else, I have to be gentle, kind, motherly. Uh, you can be mother tough love with yourself. So, as usual, whatever I'm ranting about in the beginning of this usually leads into what this session is going to be about. I wasn't crying as my baby oil. So, let's see what this session is about today. I'm actually getting drawn to the clarifying life situations deck, and I haven't actually used that in a while. So let's see. What does Mercedes need to know today? What does Mercedes need to know today? Embrace solitude. So that's what I was saying. Like, whatever I'm talking about in the beginning of this has something to do with whatever this session is going to be about. In this case, it was me realizing I needed to pull back some of my energy so that I can accomplish what I need to do for myself, so that I can be better at my job, so that I can be fully present. And in this case, so that I can embody that which I want to convey to others, right? Lock in. That's the energy of the embrace solitude. It says, reflect deeply for survival. Keep your mind open as answers reveal lessons in quiet introspection, right? But the next one was, this didn't even belong in this deck, but I do believe all things are for a reason. There is somebody jealous of you in your energy. That could be why you are being guided towards solitude. But this also feels like keeping your happiness to yourself. Like if you have a stealth master plan, because I just started thinking of a master plan, right? Uh, you don't let people in on it until it's executed. Also, well, this video is going to be private, but you don't let other people into it. Like when they call and just, hey, what you been up to? Where you at? You don't let anybody in because regardless of where you see you're at or what you're developing or how far you are from your goal, somebody's still jealous you're in California. Somebody's still jealous that you were chasing after what you want, even if you don't even have it yet. It's just the idea that you had the audacity. You know, haters see it as audacity, but it's the fact that you had the stick to itiveness to actually go after you want what you wanted, despite the fact that everything was not in alignment. That is making somebody jealous. Just the fact that you're living, that you're trying, right? So somebody is jealous in your energy and no illusions. So this isolation is for you to lock in, right? But what you're going to be doing is you're going to be shifting in vibration. Now, I literally turned on the transcendence vibration for this. That's the 999 hertz frequency, right? That's the crown. Transcendence means overcoming the body. That is the highest you can go. That is you connecting back into source. You only get there in solitude or if you're like a temple with a bunch of monks where everybody's on the same page and that same vibration. We are all here not to kick the shit, but we are here to connect to God. The no illusions, that after the solitude one is going along with that. It's to weed out the fakes. So stay grounded in truth, embracing reality with clarity and wisdom to navigate life's journeys authentically. And the one on the bottom was stand strong. Stand strong says, with defense as your shield, finding strength and preservation, guarding what matters most. I'm very deeply getting, like, take care of yourself. You know what you need to do to take care of yourself. But right now, you are battling a lot of possible distractions or things trying to distract you. Maybe even thoughts that are being projected upon you, or negative thought patterns that are being triggered by other people that are interacting with you. But they're all pulling away from your creative energy, creative energy. You are going to be used as a funnel, right? For this tail to come through you from your higher self, the compilation of all your other selves, right? That's going to be pouring through you. And in order for you to be a clear conduit, for you to go into that zone, sort of like Stephen King, and I know it's crazy because he was on drugs, where he would be like gone for 3 days, and then he'd be like, yo, I came back and I wrote this fire-ass book. I was reading it like, whoa, you went off, bro. That's the energy I'm sensing for you. Source wants to be alone with you. Your higher self wants to be alone with you. This is you in the desert, but it's you in the desert so that you can create the masterpiece. So let's see what's next. What does Mercedes need to know about what's coming for her this summer? You already know. This is your intuition, your third eye. You've been getting bits and glimpses, synchronicities, but it's like you're seeing signs now, but they're not going to appear till later. It's your heads up. It's your forewarning. It's your confirmation that you're moving in the right direction. So don't let early signs make you jaded or throw you off. You're getting the heads up. You're getting the early tea, if you will. It can be 3 to 6 months from when you actually see it. In some cases, it's been a year, but they are like little landmarks, like mile marker checkpoints, letting you know, this is the vibration you're lining up with. You're getting there. You're moving in the correct space. But they're doing that so that you have courage. That despite what you see in front of you, you know, I am here for a purpose. It's to lock you into focus, I'm feeling. It's also your creative center, which once again goes back to you foreseeing things that are affecting your creations, but in a good way, like you funneling. You pulling a story that is meant for the masses out of the clouds on the strength of the Most High. So at the end of that, all of the stuff is working towards. Should I do it this way? You getting what you want financially. So strength is, this is the second time strength has been brought up. I see the door to romance under there, but we ain't there right now. That's not what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling like sometimes the door to romance is a distraction for you, but it's like purposely that way. Like the universe or the dark universe, right? Senses your desire for love and companionship. So sometimes they throw that at you. Like, hey, do you want this? Do you want that? You want both. You want freaking both. You don't want to choose. But they're throwing people that look like what you want, or they could be a match. And that is pulling away from your energy to get something done that is going to be helpful and touching to a lot of people. So love is on the menu for you, but after God, is the feeling. Like, yeah, there was supposed to be a soulmate. a person that you were linking up with. Those people mess up. They're just still in human bodies. You can have a whole contract with somebody and they flub it. So it takes the system a little while to like, oh, hell, that person ain't come together. Let's find somebody else who matches those stats. Let's get her over to this area. We got to get them to meet. Like the angels are doing stuff all in the background to make it happen through another NPC that will have the soul of the person that was supposed to be your original soulmate. If the other one did not rise to the occasion, if the other one did not learn what they needed to get on the vibration that you guys needed to work on the project, and 9:09 is on the clock, somebody else will come around for this freaking project. Don't waste too much time being disappointed or jaded in love. That's the thing it feels like that your negative pattern get triggered on. The abandonment, the lack of finding depth in connections that you are being presented right now. It's pulling away from your creative energy, like pulling away from your heart. Like the more you get disappointed, the more it's like, you know what I mean? You have to be in love in your heart space to create, to write, to be the funnel for this energy that is pouring through you, right? A good hack for this is looking up the oxytocin frequency. It's the love hormone. Girl, I found out. I was getting the message. I was watching reality shows about love, all sorts of stuff about love, just trying to understand what is this, right? So I kept getting, I was like, love is a drug. It is a drug. There's no way people are acting like this. Love is a drug. And then I looked it up. It is. Your brain releases oxytocin when you feel close to somebody. It makes you feel like love. You bond it, right? You can find that shit on YouTube. You ain't got to go looking. All it is a frequency that triggers something in your brain and suddenly you feel like, but you can feel like that when you're running, when you're painting, when you're writing, when you're doing anything you love. It's just we have been so trained that feeling it from another person is the most nurturing you can feel. Sometimes that connection is somebody else pulling that love energy, that love hormone, that heart energy from you because their heart is empty, just off the strength that you're addicted to the love hormone. So oxytocin is a good bypass. There are sound bowls, there are frequencies, and it'll just raise your vibration into that. You can stay in that space by doing things that you enjoy. And then when the system has found the next match, there's no way somebody who is still dealing with that unhealed, playful energy can reach you because they can only come at you through love because you exist in the realm and the vibration of love all the time. So what do I need to close with for Mercedes today? What is the closing message for her? Schedule. Never had this one before. It says, most forms of prosperity require time and effort to manifest. Do you have room in your schedule to attract the abundance you want? Didn't I just say you're getting benched? You're getting put in isolation, but it's like work isolation. It is time to cultivate not only the character of Mercedes. I don't know. I felt British. I guess that's like my super serious thing, but I felt British like you need it to know. You need to lock in to a schedule. One dedicated to writing, one dedicated to you. Like if it is not building Mercedes, I don't have time for it at this time. Are you doing what I'm doing? Cool. Come on, let's vibe. But if you are not on the same page, if you're not doing what I'm doing, if you're not interested in the same things, if this is taking away energy from what I am focused on at this time, I cannot have you in my life. Because all your energy, all your seconds, minutes, hours go to the almighty dollar. Ma'am, Lil Wayne, a great poet. What was the next one? We can't make this up, man. Your words will have a great impact on those who read them. And I'm feeling like if you knew, and you have a little bit of a feeling, but you still like me good. But if you knew how important this time is for you and what you're doing, you would be a lot more excited. You'd already be in that energy of love. So if you can't be in love because you know what's coming, be in faith because you know how many times you have been through something that you thought you weren't going to get out of and you've been saved. This is not about being saved from something that you don't want to be a part of. This is about the culmination of all your negative and positive experiences in this life adding up to something that you can share as a testimony in a way to other people. This is the culmination of your life existence. You went through what you went through so that you could be ready for this task. Now it's like the universe is, and I've been calling it this lately, Mr. Miyagi in you. Like, nah, you ain't got to know why I'm teaching you that at this moment. You ain't got to know why you're doing wax on, wax off. Just listen to teaching. And then at the end, you'll be like, oh, wax on, wax off, so nobody can punch me in my face. I'm so happy I listened. That's the energy I'm getting here, right? Elevated earnings come hand in hand with heightened responsibilities. You are preparing for the life that you want. Energetically, you're learning how to ward off gold diggers and fake people because you are a boss. You will be a boss. This is a money jar card. Gone are the days of answering to anyone. Your destiny is in your own hands now. When you get where you're going and your script does what it does and you start to become a hot thing and you buzz, you are going to look back on this time and say, I am so happy that I took the time to recalibrate to my own frequency without anybody feeding off of or being in my energy or putting their stuff or reinforcing the negative ideas that I already had about love. I recalibrated to love so you cannot tell me what the it is going forward. I can feel it, right? That's the important thing about syncing to the vibration of love. Once you do it, you can feel when anybody is not on it. Imagine for 90 days, you spent every day writing in the energy of love. You finish your script, right? You're amazed at the time that you just cut through because you use spirit to give you these moments of mania where you couldn't stop writing, but you just created a masterpiece. 90 days, right? Then anytime you go outside the house and you feel somebody who was fake, who's sad or angry, you're like, yo, I never felt that before. But it's because you have attuned your body to sense love. So anything below that, you're going to feel like, hey, this ain't it. Because some people are going to try to feed off the love that you have, especially when they see where you're going. This is your, I don't want to say cocoon, but this is like the ends of the cocoon. This is you underneath there, finally getting your stripes, finally getting your wings, finally getting all that stuff together because you about to come out. I just heard that gay ass song. I'm coming out. But that'll be towards the end of this year. Right now, you're being asked to sit with your character and optimize. So, have a great day.